Kakalosh Boker on Mishna Yomi Masechet Eduyot, chapter 2, Perek Bet Mishnah, Bet and Gimel, Mishnah 2 and 3. Says the Mishnah, Mar Hanina Segana Kohanim, says the Hanina Segana Kohanim. He was an administrator of the Kohanim. Yeah, Miamai. Lo Raiti or Yotzele Bet Srefa. I never saw, right, that the hides, or is the orot, right, the hides, taken out on its own to be burnt in the place of burning. Okay, so that means basically saying it was never removed from an offering. It was never taken to be burnt. Okay, that means that basically after it was removed, it was never burnt under the circumstance, even if later on it was disqualified. Right? So Rabbi Akiva applies the same thing. Amar Rabbi Akiva, says Rabbi Akiva, midvarav lamanu, from him we learn shamafshit et bechor v'nimtza trefa shiyoto konim beoro. So he says from there we learn that if right now they skinned a bechor, remember the bechor has to be brought to the Bet HaMikdash, right? A bechor be'ema, yeah? So they come and they bring it, and then afterwards it was found to be a trefa. So therefore, that means the shechita was invalid. The kohanim, they still derive benefit. That means they could still benefit from the hides. But the fact that they didn't have to come and burn it, that's a raya, that's a proof that they're able to benefit from it. So for here, they're able to benefit from it. So the kohanim are able to benefit from these skins. Remember, from the skins, they used to use many things. They used to skin the animal before knowing that it's a trefa. Okay, even by the way, even today, it's like that. Do you know that today, how do you do shechita? The way that they do shechita is the animal comes, right? There's many different types of machines, right? But the ones that I saw, which was beautiful type, it basically lifted up the neck, and then the shechita area was completely revealed, and he was locked, like as if to say in a box. So he couldn't go backwards. He was like basically like trapped within a thing. They used to do the shechita. Once they used to do shechita, he would come, he would fall on the thing. They would come and they would grab, they would cling to the skins, like like these like these hooks. And then what happened is that the hooks would start coming up. It was a machine, and basically they used to carry up the animal, and then with the hooks they would pull down and it would skin the animal. After skinning the animal, it looked like a conveyor belt. It was on a conveyor belt with the animal upside down, right, coming downwards. And then he used to go around, and then he used to come to, by the time he checked if it was a trefa or not, it was already down the conveyor belt in a certain area where there it would already split it, and then he would be able to come and open up and see whether it's a trefa or not. So at the beginning they didn't know it was a trefa. So therefore, if they found out it was a trefa, but they already skinned the animal, so this skinning of the animal, the skins would belong to the kohanim, even though the animal became disqualified, they would be able to be benefited. That's what he's saying. I never saw them burning the hides. Why did they never burn the hides? Because the kohanim would be able to benefit from these hides. But Chachamim, they disagree with Rav Chanina. And they said, Lo ra'inu is not a raya. Meaning some people say, I've never seen that. I've never seen is not a proof that it hasn't been done. Huh? Yeah. Exactly. I've never saw that. So I've never seen is not a proof. It's not a proof. Ela, but rather, but rather, no, it does. If it becomes disqualified, you take it out and you burn it. So according to the Chachamim, they argue on Rabbi Akiva, and they come and they say, right, listen, no matter what Rabbi Chanina and Segana Kohanim testified, I apologize. Lo Ra'inu is not a proof. Okay? Mishnah Gimel. Afweid, he also testified, there's again Rabbi Chanina and Segana Kohanim, Al Kfar Katan Shaya B'tzad Yerushalayim, on a small village that was beside Yerushalayim. Vayabo Zaken Echad, there was a Zaken. Vayamalveh lechu b'nei Kfar. He used to lend money to all the Kfar. Vekotev v'chtav yedo, and he used to write it with his own handwriting. V'acherim chotmim, and other people would come and sign the documents. Right? Uva ma'aseh lifnei Chachamim. So the Chachamim, they came in front of the Chachamim. V'tiru, and they permitted the practice of a lender writing the loan document. Right? Such a document is valid even though it was written by the person who needs to use it. So we trust the document is accurate, because it was signed by qualified witnesses, meaning even though he was the one that was writing it, now 1 second, he's the lender. It shouldn't be him the one that's writing it. It should be the borrower that's writing it. I mean, it should be the loveh, not the malveh. If I'm taking a loan and I'm getting a loan from the bank, and the bank is the one that's writing it, so therefore obviously it's not good, because obviously they're going to write it. No, but since it was signed by two good witnesses, that's why it's okay. But if not, usually you need the borrower to write it. Because if the borrower comes and he says, right, I borrowed from Ploni, right, this amount of money, that's a proof that he actually borrowed it. So according to that, you learn, a woman could write her own get, because she needs a get. And the man could write the shovar. Usually, the man would write the get and give it to the woman. Right? He would write to her. But technically, she could write her own get. and usually then she would write a receipt. He would write the receipt, right? That what's it called? She would write the receipt that she received the ketubah, because remember, once the ketubah was given, so now there was a receipt that you paid the ketubah down. So therefore, here he could write his own ketubah, meaning he could write the receipt that he paid the ketubah, and she could write. Yeah, usually it's a woman doing it. Now it's the other way around. She'en kiyuma get b'chotova. Why? Why is a woman allowed to write her get? Meaning, obviously, she's going to want to write her get. So, for why would we believe her if she's the one that's writing the get? So the answer is because the kiyuma get is on the signatures, and therefore, since there's going to be signatures on the get, that's why it's going to be okay. The almachat, he also testified regarding a needle. Yeah, regarding a needle, right? Shenintzet bebasar, that's found in the flesh of an offering. So shasakin v'yadayim teorot v'basar tameh. What does it mean? The knife and the hands of the kohen are tahor, but the flesh is tameh. What does it mean? The kohen and the knife are tahor because the temple courtyard is a public area, and the rule is that when you have a safek of tumah that comes out in public, safek tumah b'rishut rabim is tahor, right? But the flesh of the animal is tameh because it's certainly right to touch the tameh needle. So therefore, however, what happens if the needle is found in the excrement inside the animal? Hakol tahor, everything is tahor, even the flesh, because excrement cannot become tameh. So if it cannot transmit tumah to anything else. So therefore, the same thing over here, since it cannot transmit the tumah to anything else, so therefore everything is going to be tahor, even the animal and the flesh and everything. Have a wonderful day.